Hey guys, Yaki here, and welcome back to the very small patch of version 0.85. Now this is just another small patch as per usual, and by the end of the month, the campaign should be released, and that is the end of Grave Digger. But before we go to the actual patch notes, we're gonna go into the secret patch notes. There's a secret patch notes? First starting with the heavy shotgun. The Hellion heavy shotgun has received some buffs to make it much more consistent. First, well, the first buff being, it does a whopping 250 damage now. So arm shots, leg shots, head shots, it doesn't matter where you hit them, right? It's probably gonna kill in one shot now, which is great. But the greatest change to the Hellion heavy shotgun has got to be, well, look for yourself. Do you see that? You see that pattern? It's not X marks the spot anymore, it's a cross. Which means 3 shots are hitting the body and 1's hitting the head. And for the sake of it, 1's hitting, the legs too. Which means every shot is hitting, which should mean every shot is doing 250 damage. Which is a good change for the Hellion heavy shotgun. So yeah, it's much more consistent now, guys, and you can now use it much better. And for those that were already using it, it's like triple times better now, so have fun. Another change has been made to a modification, that being the frontline variant. Now, if you don't already know, okay. I'm Survivorist, and I'm out of ammo. And look at this. Innate Stripper Crips. So that makes it the 3rd ever weapon to use Innate Stripper Crips without Veteran. Cause do you know the stats on this thing, bro? I mean, adjudicated too, but do you know the stats on this thing? 150, 140, 130. A guaranteed 130 damage, any range. Hopefully this is gonna get some love too by everyone using it. With the hidden changes out of the way, we can now go over the rest of the patch notes. The first one being automatic server shutdown system. After 24 hours, a pop-up will appear in the chat telling players that after this match is over, the whole server will shut down and everyone will be kicked. Do not worry though, your data will be saved. And hopefully, this will prevent old servers clogging up the server list and just being an overall nuisance, because those old servers suck to play on. So, luckily enough, this update should help remove those servers. New Class Synergies have been added for certain shock troopers, the first one being Soldat. If you pick Stormtrooper as Soldat, you gain the effects of Backhand, which is quite interesting because it allows them to, well, aim faster, move faster, and swap weapons faster. But like, you kind of have one gun, so yeah. Just look at this. That is super tiny, bro. So you're able to focus, fire, shoot, move, anything, which is really nice. Another Class Synergy that has been added is Rook. If you select the anti-material trooper as Rook, you're immune to all knockback and knockdown effects. Which is, well, I mean, these guys are the big guys, right? Technically they're stronger than Lancers? Like, what the hell? If I crouch and shoot, no more knockdown! That's actually insane, dude. And if you would get hit by like a Rook mining bomb launcher or a Jesse grenade and it explodes, you won't get knocked out at all. Like, that's just natural passive of an anti-material. But yeah, or Rook I should say. That is actually nuts, dude. The last Class Synergy, and hopefully more added in the future, is Officer, that being the Radio Trooper's movement speed. Now, how quick is this movement speed? And that's kind of a lame kind of buff, right? Well, whoa, look at this, bro! Look, you see how fast this guy's walking? And don't get me started on gunning, because look at this. This guy can make a mad dash, dude. Whether it be escaping or advancing, he's able to get into position much better. What a cool patch, bro. Cool buff. The Kingslayer revolver has received some changes and has made it much harder to use. Well, not really, but we'll go over the first change right now. That being, the reload procedure has been slightly changed to match it more realistically. You must now load the powder before putting the ball in. And doing so the opposite, ball and then powder, you just soft rock yourself. Here's the correct way to load the Kingslayer. Cap, powder, ball, right? And then yard. That's simple. But a lot of people were just spamming Q, right? So Q, pound. Oh, I can't fill a red ball in the way. So I guess we just can't use this anymore. Cool thing to know is that once the ball is in and you press T to unload the powder, it won't actually fall out, which is super cool. Now, let's say that you accidentally place the ball in every single cylinder and now you're soft rocked. Fret not, my friends, because you can now press 4 to drop the gun entirely and pick up a new Kingslayer, which will reset every single cylinder. So that's how you fix soft rocks. If you didn't already notice, the Kingslayer's Ranger skin has been given new decals, and this is beautiful, bro. Like, what the heck, man? This looks cool. This is cooler than Gilded, bro. And well, also the Kingslayer's max ammo has been reduced, I think, to 12. Oh, to 6 and 12. Previously it was 18, which is just, bro, that's so much ammo. But now it's tiny. We will start with the balance changes. The first one being removed collision from a lot of minor props around both spawns, freeing up more space for rooks to build on top of things, such as tables and whatnot. Which is pretty cool, as most of the props previously were just rock placement, and you're just gonna build on them, but now, they're still there, don't worry, the props aren't gone, but you can now build on top of them, which is sick. Removed recoil penalty when firing from the hip with the Talon. The recoil is not the same as regular, and the spread is slightly reduced, which means the Talon hip fire is unironically better than the normal aim fire? Okay. Oh, I can't wait to use that later. Bashes from rifles, pistols, and Vanguard shield now inflict knockback like previously. Though, do not worry, regular melee sources like knives, clubs, lances, and swords do not inflict knockback, so you're still able to kill them without accidentally pushing them away and then getting shot. The last balance change is increased Rook's barbed wire catching hitbox, meaning it will catch players much easier and potentially catch people jumping over it, who knows. We will now go over the quality of life changes, the first one being the new and last officer command, Compound Order. It is the command that tells you and nearby soldiers to take an objective, which will flash the marker for any other allies, which is super cool. This isn't a actual like defense order, focus order, advance order. This is just like a dialogue order. So yeah, no buffs. All the new officer commands can now be accessed and rebinded onto a controller. So yeah, that's sick. Added a new counter for Rook's construction hammer, counting how many of each construct you've constructed. Okay, well, I guess people are gonna gild the hammer now? Mace finishers will always break the skull, regardless of whether you're wearing a helmet or not. What a cool detail. More sound effects have been added for explosions, so they're much more cinematic now, which is cool.
The two glass windows, unchangeable and breakable.
A new pop-up has been added to the chain game mode, telling players that you cannot repair the chain from the inside. Thank you for adding this, bro. Allowed vanguards to full guard with no weapon. Thank God, bro. Now I know you could already full guard while aiming, but you can only look where you're aiming. You can't like look around you, can't look behind you, so you just don't know what's happening behind you if you're not getting any weapon you can pair with the shield. Thank God this has been added. And where you can finger point at enemies now, which is cool, I guess. We will now go over the bug fixes, starting now. Return the old Vanguard arm position. You can no longer surrender while on fire. Increase the threshold for a mounted machine gun on armored chain. Remove the ability to manually take out Lancer axes. Fix the bug where you can repeatedly flinch mid-charge after taking damage. Hopefully fix kill shading. This only applies to bullets right now. Maybe fix some issues with shocks with Grace not being able to pick up some ammo. Fix some issues with floating parts. Make some cloths on Shanty shoot throughable. Hopefully fix issues with swapping weapons and bricking, notably with the Rook Launcher. Hopefully fix issues of your swaying while standing still and aiming with the Volk. Fix some floating props. Hopefully fix some issues with inputs continuing when they shouldn't. Fix armored chain not playing proper chain chugging sounds. Adjust shock kit in cache location on nation base to not cause clipping with the exfil door. And lastly, raise threshold for reading, fixing some issues where your character is reading even though they're just standing over a small raring. And that is the very small patch of version 0.0.85. That's it, guys. That is the small patch. You guys want to see something cool? Whoa, look, guys, look, it's the flower. It's Flowey, the flower. Hi, guys, my name is Flowey. I'm Flowey the flower. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm just chilling out here in the surface because I'm cool and all that. And I was previously the main, like, loading screen meeting. Or, like, whatever, you know, like everyone spawns. Or, like when you press M and I was here. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Like, do you do anything else? No, I'm just a flower and that's about it. Also, there's another spot all the way over here, but it's kind of pointless because I don't know what it's used for. Oh, I see how interesting. Ooh, you're pretty cool, Flowey the flower. Yeah, no, I'm pretty cool, you know, I'm just Flowey the flower because I'm a cool flower, you know, because I'm on the surface and I'm a flower. Oh, that's pretty sick, man. You did pretty cool, Flowey the flower.
Yeah, it's fucking loading.
Okay. Let's go.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. Why don't you try aiming at Aubrey this time?
I need to spin mine? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.